Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Tuesday, the 15th of March, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Montessori hosts historic first, and in our feature for this evening, Vernandu hosts road races. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
My wife and I have been in the Caribbean, living, working, traveling for the better part of 40 years. 9 years ago, we ended up on Nevis. And we're very glad we did. Decided to move here permanently a few years ago. Beautiful beaches that are virtually empty, so the beach is like your own. The experiences as an investor was quite seamless, actually. It's the local people were a joy to deal with, very positive. That's one of the highlights of Nevis too, just wonderful people to deal with. What's keeping us here is the way of life. One of the big reasons is because it still has a feeling of being somewhat undiscovered. It's quite an eye-opener that there's still something like this exists on this planet. The local produce, what they normally call ground provisions, are outstandingly good. Tomatoes in particular are wonderful. They still taste like a real tomato. We can source most of our produce for the restaurant locally. We've got a handful of farmers we deal with, and even the roadside people on the market have great product. We're developing our restaurant into a 12-month business as opposed to a 6-month business. The local people enjoy going out just as much as the tourists, so it's very rewarding to get local people coming to the restaurant in a good number and getting a nice balance. As I say, it's been gratifying and rewarding.
Well, I'm back, and we start with horse racing. Veteran jockey Jeff Jacobs saddled up for the last time and has announced his retirement from competitive horse racing after dedicating over 30 years to the sport. Jacobs, who rode in his last competitive race in June 2019 when he piloted Syrian Soca to victory in the final leg of the Antigua Triple Crown Series, the Governor General's Cup, said he decided to call it a day following the long layoff due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I had determined in my head to give horse racing 40 years, but because of the pandemic, did an extra one because it's not the ideal way I wanted to retire. I saw myself retiring, coming off a horseback after a race day, winning a few races on that day, if not all, and retiring, but it was not meant to be, he said. As a footnote, just to remind us, Jeff Jacobs was one of the top jockeys at the Indian Castle racetrack in Nevis for many years. Now to cricket. Highlights 2 and New Vision will be the two teams that will face off in Division 2 Championship in the ongoing Harvey Stapleton T20 tournament. The semi-final matches were played on Saturday, 12th March at the VOJN grounds. Highlights 2 beat the Youths of Nevis. Summary scores: Youths of Nevis 109 for 8 from 20 overs, Hussein Romani 21, Xavier Saunders 18, Xavier Fab 16, and there were 21 extras. Ian Byron bagged the 3 for 16, Virgil Brown 2 for 12. Highlights 2, 111 for 7 in 17.4 overs, Rashid Eddy 42, and there were also 21 extras. Noel Southey Southwell picked up 2 for 25, highlights 2 won by 3 wickets. Meanwhile, in Game 2, New Vision took care of Easterns. Summary scores: Easterns 116 all out in 20 overs, Bryce Fifield 19, Jevon Manners 17. Timothy Cumberbatch picked up 3 for 17, Dolani Phillip 2 for 15, Carlon Smitten 2 for 19. New Vision in response 117 for 2 in 8.2 overs, Rohan Laborde certainly in great form, 43 not out, Carlon Smitten 37, Peter Charles 20 not out. Jaleel Huggins 1 for 32 and Anthony Movin 1 for 33 were the wicket takers. New Vision won by 8 wickets. The final will be played this coming Sunday, the 20th of March at the VOJN grounds, starting at 10 a.m. Meanwhile, Cricket West Indies men's selection panel has named an unchanged squad for the second test match against England. The match will be played at Kensington Oval from March 16th to the 20th. The team reached Craig Brathwaite captain, Jermaine Blackwood vice captain, Nkrumah Bonner, Sharma Brooks, John Campbell, Joshua Da Silva, Jason Holder, Alzari Joseph, Kyle Mayers, Veerasamy Permaul, Anderson Phillip, Kemar Roach, Jaden Seals. And the schedule, in terms of the match schedule, remember that match coming up. It's the 16th to the 20th of March. That's the second test match at Kensington Oval in Barbados. And the third test match from the 24th to the 28th of March in Grenada at the National Stadium. Now to football, the squad list is in. The senior Sugar Boys have stepped up their preparation for their upcoming friendly match versus Andorra on the 25th of March in preparation for the CONCACAF Nations League. More in this report from SKNFA's Andrew Huey.
A 20-man senior men's national team squad has been selected for the upcoming international friendly against Andorra on March 25th in Andorra. The Sugar Boys have been preparing intensely for this encounter, and according to coach Austin Deco Huggins, with the squad selected, the preparation will be even more focused than before. He said the emphasis of the squad will be strong on defense.
We want to ensure that we are strong defensively, because if you could score 2 goals and can't defend 2 goals, then you will lose. So most of our tactics right now is geared towards being more strong defensively, getting the midfield and the defensive line organized so they can move together as a team. Also getting the strikers to work harder, preventing the opponents from coming forward, most of the defenders, so that everybody can play the role in defense. The strikers as well have been doing some work with the assistant coach George Ellerman Isaac, and everything is just falling in place nicely.
The players selected are Jamal Jeffers, Kimari Rogers, Raheem Francis, Dennis Fleming, Petrez Williams, Dijon Simmons, Vince Roy Nelson, Silas Connonier, Ordell Fleming, Keith Roy Freeman, Carlos Bertie, Tijani Fai, Jan Duncan, Clifford Samuel, Taekwon Tyrrell, Nickwan Brown, Veneer Harris, Kalonji Clark, Javon Amory, and Johannes Mitchum. Staff include Cuthbert Keynes, Jameer Claxton, Austin Huggins, George Isaac, Alexis Richards, Kenneth Douglas, Alistair James, Roger Hendricks, Leroy Sweeney, and Dr. Carlton Williams.
Well, thank you so much, Andre. We take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
I am Kevin Barrett, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education. The census data has helped us in planning and providing the best education for our children from early childhood upwards. Over the past years, we have introduced a number of projects that have enhanced our education product on the island. These include the expansion of the Gingerland Preschool, additional classrooms at the Ivor Walters Primary School, the Gingerland Secondary School, the Charleston Secondary School, and upgrades at all of our other schools. We have used the census data as well in our budgeting in areas such as early childhood education, special education, our school meals program, and some of our after-school programs. These projects and programs are clear indicators that the census data is indeed useful in helping us to improve the quality of education that we offer our children. It's me, you, us, 2021 census. Hashtag be counted.
Well, I'm back, and tonight athletics is in the spotlight. For the very first year since its inception, the Montessori Primary School hosted road relays. The action took place on Friday, the 11th March. This was the brainchild of physical education teacher Kervin Wallace. There was a girls' race and a boys' race, both starting close to the water department, making a left turn past the Dyer's residence and up the other road and then heading back to the school. The top results were for the girls: first, Skylar Connor; second, Brooklyn Eggins; and third, Jazil Connor. For the boys, first, Jadante Sweeney; second, Jackson Voigt; and third, Chase Harding. Let's take in some of the action. Well, we're going to have the Montessori cross country. I think this is the first year that they're actually having a cross country event. So the girls are going first, and Kevin Wallace the starter. They're off and running, and they have a pretty good pace here. Very good pace, I must admit. Very quick pace, and police officer making sure that everything is okay. Turn shortly. So we have 3 athletes at the top, looking pretty strong up to this point. As we just came down the road by Mr. Aya, Mr. and Mrs. And now they're going up the other road. And, here they come, 3 athletes pushing, 3 of them. Look as if they're going to have a battle right to the... Definitely tiring. As they come up the hill now, 3 athletes, 2 now, because 1 has dropped back. So we have 2 athletes, almost neck and neck. Little zigzag here. We have a push to the finish. Encouragement for the 3rd placer. As they come to make that final turn towards the school. Who is going to win this one? It's going to be a tight finish. It's going to be a tight finish. It's definitely going to be a tight finish. As they come up the hill to the school. So they're coming up now. We're going to have a rush to the finish, 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 a rush to the finish. Well, well, well. Very good finish that. Must be very exhausted. Then we have the 3rd placer. She has done pretty well. Well, so we have Freen, and then we have a little one. She's probably the smallest of the lot, but she has done very well. She has beaten some bigger ones. Here she comes. She looks a little tired, but she looks cool. She looks cool. So here they come. Lee Swanston encouraging his daughter. And she's racing after this one. She's gonna pass her. She's gonna pass her. That's a real champion finish. Lee Swanston will be very happy with that. Calvin Lee Swanston will be very happy with that finish. And we have some more coming up the hill now. 2 more athletes heading up the road. And we also have another dignitary here on the island, the man Jazik, watching very closely. I think he has a couple of daughters in this race as well. Here's another quick finish here, a little bit of a zigzag. And she rushes up now. Rushes up. Goes through. So traffic has been a little bit messed up situation here because it's a busy road. But Montessori had police permission, of course. We have probably, I think, the final athlete. And it's all about endurance. It's all about endurance. All about finishing the race. As she comes up the hill and actually ran with her mask on. Well, not quite on.
Was the last one?
I think that's the end of the race. Now we're gonna have the next race, and this one is for the boys. So the action will be for the boys. Same route, but these are the boys. So just about to get going. Traffic has been held up again. It's a very busy road, this road. We have some 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 13, 14 athletes in this one. Pushing up. Moving very serious. Must be related to Usain Bolt. Very nice strides indeed. Very, very nice strides indeed. By a good distance so far. The others will be trying to catch up. He's running a race by himself. He's running a race by himself. So we'll have to look for the others a little later. Maybe sometime next year. Because this guy knows what he's about. He has a goal. And that is to take this race and take it with ease. Now we see two more athletes turning the corner at the far end. Other athletes, parents now getting excited and going to look for their children. We see quite a number of them running a separate race. And here's the champion athlete coming through. Really organized, really running a terrific race. He has done very well indeed. This is a terrific race. He's running against the clock. He would be running against the clock here. Gets a round of applause as he comes in. Very well done indeed. And the others are coming. We have a tight one here for second place. This one looks tight. This one looks tight. This one looks tight. Let's see who's going to take this one. One pulls away. The other one doesn't see. Up the hill into the gateway. Makes it. Well, we have another one. Heading up now. Two more actually. Finishing at a pretty good clip. Getting all the encouragement that they could ask for. We have maybe a couple of teachers and parents also running alongside, trying to encourage. Here's a push, here's a push, here's a push, here's a push as it makes that turn into the gateway. Here's another push here, here's a little rush to the finish here. Gets through, coming through. I think we might have just the final athlete coming up now. Here he comes with a rush. That's the way to finish, youngster. And he seemed to be scared by the police motorbike and then slowed up a bit, but then here he is finishing. And that's the end of that. We have two more athletes finishing this race. One has stopped completely, getting some encouragement, but the other one is coming through. And, finishes stoutly. The final athlete, and he gets an escort. The royal escort to the finish line. Actually, he has two bodyguards. As he comes up to complete the race. Maybe when he gets in, they should play the national anthem. Because he has two escorts. And nobody else had that kind of honor. So this is a special athlete. And as he makes his way towards the finish line, escorted and encouraged. It's the cheerleaders, escorts, bodyguards. But you don't get that very often when you're running a race. So he's going to complete the course. Just about doing that. Enduring to the end. Oh, but there's another athlete. Apparently this athlete fell down. But even though he fell down, he decided to finish the race. And so he's going to get a deserved round of applause. It's all about resilience, bouncing back, finishing, endurance, and it gives a high five to Wallace and makes it in. That's Abby, and that's the final athlete. In related news, on Friday the 11th March, the Vernandu preschool hosted road runs for the students. The children did not have to utilize the main road as they ran on the road next to the school, as has been the case throughout the years. The top placers were 3 to 4-year-old Class 1 girls. First, Holland Hector. Second, Isabel Titley. Third, Zize Maria Liebert. 3 to 4-year-old Class 1 boys. First, Naondre Elliott. Second, Dwight Alder. And third, Jordan Alder. I guess they're brothers. Well, 3 to 4-year-old Class 2 girls. First, Rachel Liebert. Second, Kiana Dorset. And third, Zaina Brown. 3 to 4-year-old Class 2 boys. Clenije Simmons. Second, Demari Warner. And third, Jahari Powell. 3 to 4-year-old Class 3 girls. First, Ziana Chapman. Second, Holland Whitaker. Third, Janique Cozier. And fourth, Adonia Webb. 4 to 5-year-old girls, that's Class 1. First, Anastasia Walters. Second, Heavenly James. Third, Mariana Richardson. And fourth, Chidema Alsop. 4 to 5-year-old Class 1 boys. First, Sadiq Nisbet. Second, Kalari Morton. Third, Chevis Sharon. Fourth, Callan Gums. Fifth, Ronald Azor. There were also races for the parents, and the children certainly had fun at their expense. Well, let's take in some of that action. Well, we are here at it's the first race, 3 in this one. And they're heading up the road, enjoying themselves. Blue, the little one in blue. They're really enjoying themselves here. Not going in the center of the road, but now they see their parents, and they're heading up to the chairs of their parents. Well, we have a race on. We have a race on. A little skip and a hop. A little skip and a hop here. And then a little bounce. And then a little push. And a little skip and a hop. And she stops. Well, they're calling. And gets home to mommy. Well, one of them is, looks as if we're going to have some rain. Here she comes. Here she comes. Apparently she fell down a bit. We're going to get some rain. It looks as if we're going to get some rain. She poses for the camera. She's home. Well, we had a bit of a rain break, but the second race is off, even though there's a little bit of a drizzle still on. So they're on their way. Another 3 athletes. It's action here at the Vernandu preschool. We have a blue, a red, and it looks like a goal house with a yellow ribbon in it here. Hear the shouts. Hear the shouts. Let's watch the action here. Here they come. Here they come. First placer, first placer, first placer, second placer, third placer. Well, the parents are all excited. Next race on the way. Teacher Collins not wasting any time today. We have 4 athletes in this one. There's a little one leading the way there. Everyone taking over. We have a good race on here. We have a good race. 3 of them. 3 of them. Virtually side by side. Who's going to take this one? They're going to need the foot to finish. They're going to need the foot to finish. Look at that. They're all here. And then we have the little athlete, Red House. He's happy. He's okay. Teacher Collins is having a whale of a time down there as a starter. And she's not wasting any time at all. So we're going to have 3 more athletes in this one. They're on their way. You could hear the shouts. Well, there's a little one there in yellow. Can he hold his own? It looks pretty good. The strides look pretty good. Maybe, yeah, but he's holding his own. The little one in yellow is holding his own. My goodness, he's getting close to the blue. Oh my goodness, that little one in yellow has taken the lead. Well, he looks serious. This guy must be family to Usain Bolt. He's bringing his way to them. What a rush. What a rush. Well. Well, proud mommy. Well. We have another race on the way. Already on the way. So, 3 more athletes in this one. You could hear the shouts. We have a little one leading. He's doing very well indeed. Blowhouse chasing after him. As he heads up now. Almost there. He's grinning his way in. And takes it with ease. And here comes the second place. He has gone off to Barbuda or somewhere. But he finally gets home. The goalhouse athlete knew where he was heading. Straight to mommy. And well done. Looks as if we're going to have yet another race here. Teacher Collins not wasting any time at all. There she goes. Giving final instructions. It looks like 3 more athletes in this one. On their way. Here they come. Well, no. We have 4. Is there a 4th athlete? Yes. There's a Red House athlete in the back there. We have 4 athletes. Gold House athlete at the top. Looking back for her Blue House friend, saying, come on, friend. Come on, we're going to come in together. Gold and blue, then red goes past the other one and home. There's one maybe out of view, so we should be having about 5 athletes in this one. It looks as if we're going to have another rain break again. On your mark, set, go. Yes, there's a 5th one getting into view now. We're here in Sadik, we're in Van. We're here, Nadi. All of them running. They're doing their utmost best. There's a Red House athlete leading the way. Some parents are excited. Suppose they stop by them. But here goes. Red House athlete. To the shouts and cheers of the excitement. Here's a tight one. Goal house. Yes, it's all goal. And then the Blue House athlete. He's happy. He's so happy that he could style a little bit to finish and laughs his way. He's having fun. But it looks as if the fathers are going to do their thing. Even though it's drizzling slightly here, that don't really bother them at all. The fathers will be coming up here at a rapid pace, I could tell you that. So they're off and running. Well, Pastor is leading the way here. He's struggling, but he's in front. He's struggling, he's pushing. Seems as if he's pretty quick. Look at Slams. Slams did well. I can tell you that. So we're gonna have another race. I'm not sure if this would be females. I have a feeling it's females in this one. So it looks as if it will be the females. I don't know how many females we're gonna get in this one, but they should be starting any moment now, showing the children that they too can do their thing. They're anxious and off and running. We have 3 females in this one. There's an athlete at the top. My goodness, her son came first, and she's showing where that son got the energy from. She's really steaming away, being challenged, but she's saying, I'm the champion. And she has done it. Well. Very well done. Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.